coming in to give y'all a hard time.
Thanks. It's not me. No, I'll just sit and listen.
Wi-Fi seems to be holding out.
Oh, yeah.
We're having problems with it in the cafeteria.
It's
Like,
almost
I mean,
every year
it's-
it's like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is supposed to be one of the good schools. Because the high schools have a lot more than we have.
And they all descend upon the building. That's why it really tests it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Oh, I got one of these.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
that's cool. Hey, Nicole, there's this guy here from Codecraft. It's cool. They do after-school programs. And once a week, but they push the cost to the parent, $10 a week. So that's, I was like, I don't know if our kids can afford that, you know, but it would be great if we, if it was.
What do they do?
It's like programming.
I mean, I know, I just brought Codecraft in the classroom this year. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm working on it myself. I think it's so much fun. It has a little bit more challenge than just the block coding.
Yeah. I don't know, he was saying that they teach them how to use Python and, forgot the other one.
It's Python and Java. And
Yeah.
I've been working with the Java myself.
Yeah. I mean, I was all happy about it until he said $10 a week. I'm like,
Yeah.
forget it.
But maybe we could do like kind of a phone without that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe it was good.
Because I mean, I have all the Codecraft levels. They're
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm a Title I teacher at Palm Bay Elementary School.
And I'm Jesse Hodge, a second grade teacher at Palm Bay Elementary School.
And we're both got assigned teachers. And we're glad to learn more about our Fuse Lab. We are very proud to say that we are the only Fuse Lab this school year. We were the only Fuse Lab in Brevard County, the only Fuse Lab in the state of Florida, and the only Fuse Lab in the southeastern United States. The next closest Fuse Lab was in Tennessee, so we were super excited that we're doing something that nobody else in the state of Florida is doing. We're happy to say that 3 schools did get a grant for this coming school year. So Stone Middle School will have a Fuse Lab this coming year. Palm Bay High Magnet School will have a Fuse Lab, and also Space Coast Junior Senior High. So there'll be 4 of us this coming school year with the Fuse Lab. So we thought that since we were the only school, we just wanted to present to you and let you know what Fuse was all about. So we're going to, Mr. Hodge, you didn't tell them about the live stream.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to live stream, or I am live streaming right now, this session onto YouTube. So afterwards, if you hear something that you forgot or wish you'd written down, it'll be batched onto my YouTube channel, which is MrHodgePBE. You just go there and you can rewatch.
And so we'd like to start it out by, we went to www.fuse.
Fuse is a new approach to learning developed by researchers and educators at Northwestern University that allows students to follow their interests and tackle STEAM challenges at their own pace. And yes, have fun doing it.
My favorite thing is to be in the Fuse Lab even before the class comes in, because as they come in, the buzz starts.
Here's how it works. Students choose.
The students have all of these challenges to choose from. They get to then pick what interests them the most, what types of problems they're most concerned with, and then learn at their own pace, at their own rate, and learn something that truly interests them.
The fact that you get to choose what you do, you get to learn by yourself, and you're not just learning out of a book. It's more of an open environment.
There are dozens of challenges available.
My favorite challenge is Dream Home Gutman.
PJ Customizer, the 3D laser defender, selfie sticker, get in the game for some ball, and these challenges are actually tough, I'm not gonna lie.
Fuse builds important 21st century skills such as creativity, adaptive problem solving, and the willingness to fail but persist. In Fuse, failure is just another try.
In Fuse, there is no right or wrong. It's just, if you fail, pick yourself back up and just continue.
If there's something you want to do, go for it, and if it doesn't work out, oh well, tweak something and try again.
Fuse engages and motivates students using the idea of leveling up, just like in video games.
The kids get the video game model. They work with it and they like it. It all jives right with where they're at.
Once students get engaged, challenges level up, getting harder, requiring them to build on knowledge and skills from previous levels.
It starts them off really slow with a very simple level 1 challenge where they have to do something kind of basic, where they learn how to use the software, and then it gradually increases to make it more intricate in terms of design and process.
As you might imagine, a Fuse Studio requires a different approach to teaching. It's more about facilitating, asking questions, helping students think and do for themselves.
Unlike a traditional classroom where usually the teacher is the instructor giving out all the information, in Fuse, I kind of just guide them through the process of design thinking and through the challenges.
My relationship with students has changed as a result of Fuse. I've learned just as much from the kids as they've learned from me.
A unique thing about Fuse is the culture that develops in the classroom. Because each student works on challenges in a different order, they develop unique expertise that they want to share with others. They help each other and truly learn from each other.
There are absolutely students who emerge as leaders. Some are leaders in problem solving, some are leaders in being cheerleaders for other students, others are leaders when they aren't leaders in other subjects or socially, and they get to be the person people come to when they need help or advice.
I see these students becoming leaders, becoming instructors, turning around and helping other kids, regardless of their age level, their functional level, taking ownership of whatever challenge they find engaging and helping others through it.
I love technology.
Now, because of Fuse, I actually feel like being an astronomer,
An engineer, astronaut, architect.
This is where their future begins.
You're not really teaching kids some specific, narrow piece of content that exists in isolation there. You're teaching them how to learn, how to investigate, how to cope with failure, how to manage success and dovetail that into your next project. These are skills that will serve them well no matter what job, what field, what sort of life experiences they have.
It's amazing to see what the kids can do. And I'm surprised every day when we're in there. And the students love going to Fuse every day.
I really like this video because it does incorporate what Fuse really is. It's a program from Northwestern University from Illinois that Pompey Elementary School purchased. It's made for teens and preteens. So what we decided to do at our school is to open up Fuse for our 4th graders, 5th graders, and 6th graders. And it's part of our activity wheel. We structured our activity wheel a little bit different than most schools, where we give our teachers 1 hour of planning. So when they come into the Fuse lab, they have an entire hour to work on the challenges, and they go to Fuse lab once a week. Oh, we're all set. There we go. There were just some numbers that came from the Fuse site that we wanted to share with you. The number 3 was, there's 3 countries. As I stated, we were really proud that we were the first school in Florida to have a Fuse lab, but there's also a Fuse lab in Finland and Israel as well, and approximately 75 other Fuse labs currently in the United States. If your school is interested in a Fuse lab, there are grants out there, and that's how Stone, Pompey, and Space Coast Junior Senior High got their Fuse labs for this coming school year is through a grant. So if we're presenting something that you enjoy today, please share it with your schools and look at those grant opportunities, because I know that they'd love to have more schools here in Brevard County. Just some other numbers I'll let you read by yourself. And I believe the next slide is our map, and as you can see, here we are, Pompey Elementary School. If we zoom in on the map, which we can't, but there's a whole bunch around the Chicago area, because that's where Northwestern University is located. So basically, I think everything on this screen I've really already stated. It's students get to choose what's interesting to them, and they get to choose whether they want to work by themselves, whether they want to work with a team, and so it's really interest-driven. It does develop their 21st century skills with collaboration, problem solving, perseverance. There are a set of challenges. I believe our school has approximately 20 challenges or so, and the Fuse Studios are constantly developing new challenges, so as we keep our Fuse program, we'll be getting more challenges along the way. The challenges are set up kind of like a video game, where they start in level 1, and when they complete level 1, then if they choose to, they can go on to level 2, and if they complete level 2, if they choose to, they can go on to level 3. But every student has to start at level 1. They can't just choose a challenge and jump up to the toughest level. With the video that we saw, I believe one of the children or one of the adults said, I'm not going to lie to you, it's tough. And it is. It's challenging, especially for, because it's for teens and preteens, especially with our 4th graders and even some of our 5th and 6th graders. They might start on level 1 and get frustrated. And so our job as facilitators is to try and coach them along and hopefully get them to persevere and either continue with that challenge or, say, go on, try a new challenge, and then maybe one of their friends might have tried the challenge that they didn't necessarily get a hold of and learn from one another. So a lot of collaboration is going on. Some of the challenges: robotics, engineering, biotechnology, graphic design, Android app development, 3D printing, and more. Fuse, I think, is really good at our school. Again, Conway Elementary, because we are a Title I school, we have over 90% of our kids are on free and reduced lunch. And so a lot of our students don't see themselves as good in science or technology. And so I think that it's a really good program to introduce them to those STEAM topics and, get them in their minds to say, wow, I really can do this. I'm smarter than I thought I was. And hopefully they might pursue later in life some kind of a career that has something to do with those Fuse challenges that they're getting introduced to at such a young age. I thought that this was interesting. On the Fuse website, they had said that the students get new interests because of what they're doing in Fuse. And I'll let you read the for example up there. And some more youth impacts as well. I think they're getting better at those 21st century skills with collaborating and perseverance and sticking to the challenges. And on our next slide, we'll talk about the educator impacts, I believe. And again, from instead of, we're not teaching kids how to do Fuse. They're learning it on their own. And because it was brand new to our school, we didn't have much training ourselves. So we're learning as the children are learning. And of course, hopefully our teachers at our school are kind of using that same philosophy to have children collaborate and work together in their regular ed classrooms as well. Here are some challenges that are available. Today we brought coaster box, so if we get a chance a little bit later on this morning, we'll break out the coaster box for you. We also brought the LED color light, so you can take a look at that as well. And we brought the spaghetti structures as well. Now, some of these challenges, when we purchased the program, they sent us kits, and so the students would grab a kit and work on it. Other challenges are strictly online. For instance, they might use the program SketchUp or Tinkercad and work online, and then we have 3D printers in our room where they can print out their creations as well. Here's some software that's used with Fuse. And again, as a facilitator, it's a little bit scary for us because we were not familiar with the software either. But on the Fuse site, there's a lot of help for students, and so in fact, when we pass out the direction sheets, the students can follow step-by-step instructions, and sometimes there's videos that they can watch, and so it might say to upload SketchUp, and then there'll be a little video link that will tell the students exactly how to upload SketchUp. Here are the basic principles in Fuse is that the students get to choose. We don't tell them what they can do. It's up to them. Now, as a facilitator, we do have the ability to turn on challenges and turn off challenges. And so when we started, I think we only had, I think maybe 2 or 3 challenges turned on, and so that limited what they could do. And as the school year progressed, we did turn on more challenges for them. And of course, as soon as they see that a new challenge is on, you know, they get very excited about that new challenge. And again, students learn from one another because as facilitators, it's impossible for us to know all of the answers. And so as they begin a challenge and then begin leveling up, they become experts in that field. And so if somebody has a question, they can go around to their classmates and say, hey, you know, can you answer this question about Tinkercad for me? And I really like the last saying that failure is just another try. We made posters for our room to let the students know, and even when we were trained ourselves in Dream Home, you know, I had to watch the video maybe 5, 10, 15 different times before I finally got through that step. And so, you know, every time we fail, it's not necessarily a failure, it's just another learning opportunity for us.
Growth mindset.
You got it. So what the students do is they sign into the FuseStudio.net website. They get to choose their challenge. They start with the first level. There's help right there for them. Once they finish that level, they can upload their work. And that did require some direct instruction because we did need to teach them how to use the digital camera, how to upload their photo to the Fuse site. Once they complete that level, they've got some choices. If they want to continue with that same challenge and get a little bit more difficult, they can. If they decide to try something new, it's completely up to them. I'll let you read that slide because I think that we pretty much discussed just about everything that was on there. Too small for you. Just some comparisons of boys and girls as to if they continued on to the next level. And I thought this was interesting that they, the harder the challenges got, the more they completed that level. Okay, we're going to pass it over to Mr. Hodge. He was one of our 2nd grade teachers. He was not in our Fuse lab, but he did use the 3D printer, his own 3D printer with his 2nd graders and wanted to talk to you about the software.
Yes. So we in K to 3 don't have access to the Fuse lab. They haven't trickled those lessons down yet. So part of my job is to get the kids thinking like problem solvers. So in my 2nd grade class, we did have a problem that I wanted us as a group to work through. And then hopefully when they get to Miss Reed and Miss Ambrosino in the Fuse lab, they're already used to this mindset of having a problem, how am I going to solve that problem, designing it, and then sometimes ultimately printing that problem solution out. So I'll show you the problem that we had in our class, and this is just kind of an aside. I know this isn't Fuse Lab, but because there is a large part of the school that doesn't get Fuse, I don't know if any of you are K-2 or K-3, this could be for you to think about. Can you go ahead and play that? I don't know how you use this. So this is me turning our sink on. And when you turn it all the way on, it comes out there like a waterfall. So when the kids wash their hands, it splashes everything around the sink. So we recognize this as a problem, and I decided to pose that problem to the kids and how could we solve this. So we put our ideas on paper. I told the kids, how would you solve this? Gave them a blank piece of paper and asked them to draw the sink and just draw something around that handle that they thought might work to help keep that handle from going full throttle. And I didn't give them any ideas. I just wanted them to work with it and see what they thought. Do I just hit the right button? Yeah, there we go. So this is just some pictures of them doing that. And then I decided to let them share out their ideas on the doc cam, which turned out to be really powerful for them to hear each other talking about their designs. So I just have a few of those. Can you explain that again?
It is a spectral, so that makes it go slower, and that will make it go faster,
Yes.
and that makes it more blur out.
Yes.
And that makes it
So your solution is to not say, you can't turn this on full blast, but you have these little things that stop you. And it's not like all at once, the whole faucet's on. You are doing it click, click, click. Okay.
It's going to be like right there.
Yeah.
And all you're going to do is just press the button if you want it to go fast, kind of slow, or
Okay.
I think I give you, you don't need the handle. And then you press buttons.
Oh, okay, so you're more buttons is what your idea is. Buttons on. Okay, cool. All right.
And these are beginning of the year second graders. This is a problem we had from the beginning of the year. I actually rolled up with my kids, but we moved over a classroom and discovered this crazy sink.
Yeah. So are you replacing the handle?
No.
It goes inside. Oh, no.
So you put the handle back on.
I gotcha.
Then when you turn it, that'll be then really easy.
That's okay. I love that you did that though. It's like a little mini picture. A little closer. There you go.
There's no line in that handle.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not so up.
Yeah.
Because this is stopping. So when you turn it, it just goes there.
Okay.
And then you can go to wash your hands or do anything with the button, the hard one.
So Jake, let me make sure I hear you right. You can put that back down so we can see it all. The piece that you designed, it goes inside the handle.
Yeah, it goes inside the
Boys and girls, this is something that I really like because you can't tell that anything was done to the faucet.
Yeah.
You know? Our other ideas have been stuff that we put on the faucet handle, and it's like this big thing. But Jake's idea goes to the inside and fixes the problem from the inside of the handle. handle, which is kind of a cool idea. It's almost like you fixed it and nobody would ever know, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. I like that, Jay. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. I just don't want to take one.
Which one do you want me to do?
You good?
This one?
Yeah. Go Ryan.
Oh, Ryan, I'm noticing you have a lot of labels there. I love, love, love that text feature. Make sure you read those to us, okay? Go ahead and explain your design. I need quiet, please.
This little thing, it's something that wraps around the thing and it goes into the thing that turns.
Yes.
And it goes across where the knob goes.
Okay.
So it'll stop it.
Yes.
Like where it's going gently.
Yes. All right, that makes sense. And will you read the rest of the labels just so we know what all that is?
This one is saying this is water handle and switch.
And switch, okay. I like it a lot. Thanks, Orion.
And then the last video is actually the idea that I ultimately took and designed our piece with.
All right, Kylie, go ahead.
I call this thing the puppy thing. It's called the stopper. I don't really know what to call it.
Okay, that's fine.
But you just take it and try to find the right button and put it in. And then it comes down and then you put it down as far as you can and try to shift it where you want the handle to stop.
Oh, okay. So it kind of goes around the faucet, down, and then when it's down there, there's something about it that stops the handle from moving too far. I think I love that design because it's not going to fall off because it's around the faucet. So it won't just like you touch it and it falls off. That's very nice. I like that, Kylie. Thank you very much.
All right, and then we went to prototyping. I gave them some Play-Doh to show, because I was going to ultimately design it in a CAD program. They just weren't there. It would take a while to teach them that. So they showed me their ideas with Play-Doh. So I just have a few pictures of them displaying their ideas, give me a little better idea of where their head was. One of them decided to, let me find it here. You can see that one's got a little bit of a protrusion there. There, he just crammed a bunch of Play-Doh around it. All right, so then I went to, I decided to use Fusion 360. Tinkercad is a great program, but for my purposes, Fusion 360 had a little more feature set for me to be able to design something. So I designed that thing on the right, based on Kylie's idea. On the left, I ended up doing a clip. It never really worked out the way I wanted it to, but the idea was there. So this was the first print. It ended up breaking the first time. There it is with the clip. That was the first clip, and I decided it didn't need to be that robust. There was the second clip, and then there it is on the sink. So then I have a video of it actually working. Here we go. There we go. So just that little thing that stuck out stopped the handle from going too far. That was it. Yeah, so they felt like they were a part of that solution, and they were. So it was a lot of fun. So I think now they're going to give you an opportunity to do one of the challenges from the Fuse lab for the rest of the time.
Yeah, any questions so far? Go ahead. General, oh, sorry.
No, yeah, general cost.
I was thinking that might come up. There's 3 different levels. I'm not sure of the least expensive level. We were the middle level, and it was, about 24,000. And then there's a level above ours as well. And the level above ours just provided more challenges to the school. And I'm assuming that the level below ours probably provided fewer challenges.
But that was just for the first year implementation. After that, you don't have to spend that every year. I think you just have to restock on the supplies.
Any other questions? Okay, well, we brought 3 challenges today. So I guess you're not going to have time to do all of them. So if you want to choose, if you would like to do the roller coaster boss, the spaghetti structures, or the LED lights, let's pass out the information first. I guess if you want to figure
This is
out.
a flyer for the Fuse program. You got one? Okay.
So we have the 3, the coaster boss. Basically, you're taking just the foam tubing and you try and create a roller coaster. It's just basic level 1 challenges that the kids would have to start with. That's the coaster boss. We also have LED lights, and it just gives you the basics about a breadboard, what you do with the breadboard, and how you make the light up. And then spaghetti structures, you're using spaghetti and marshmallows, see how tall you can build.
So, would anyone like to try out the spaghetti structure? Anyone else for spaghetti? And what about the LED lights? And the roller coaster? Anyone for the roller coaster? I tried the roller coaster.
I have some pictures from our Fuse lab that I put into a little video that I'll run while we're doing it. This one's not too loud. That's my favorite. The LED lights, yeah. The LED lights are great. The kids get to just put different things in different spots, basically, on the breadboard and kind of figure out exactly what they're doing. They really like those. It's just the little tiny pieces and parts that we run into little problems with. The challenges with the LED lights start real simple. Basically, you just make it light up, and it goes into much more detail. You have a whole bunch of different options of the challenges go higher. The 3D printer is great too. If you are working with the LED lights, you'll notice your battery holder is green. The ones that they came with were black and they broke very quickly in 4th graders and 5th graders' hands. So I went ahead and printed a new battery holder.
I know a little bit about breadboards,
That's why. None of these connect, and they don't connect from here to here. The ones that can be your power, ones that can be your ground.
That might have helped.
I have noticed with these challenges, when our kids are doing these challenges, it's those kids that don't think that they're good in school. It's those kids that are always the ones that are getting in trouble that are sitting down and doing all these challenges, completing them, and they're really good at them.
But that's exactly what we were hoping that by just coming here and presenting views, your school doesn't.
Are those our robots or did you bring those?
Robots.
Wait, I thought you had
They're actually, they said they're gonna order 30 more of them just because they were such a success in our school. Just so they can bring more with them.
Wow.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's a gadget where it has to go so fast that it has to slow down so you can move it per second. So then, that gets into the engineering design challenge where, well, maybe if they get higher, the marble will go faster and so, Right, exactly, yeah, that was the exactly. That was the
Do you guys, are there kids pretty much in that lab full time, or is it more an extra?
Nope.
Classes?
We put them on the activity wheel, so actually 2 teachers infused, they do it twice a week, one right after another, so they just keep coming in, working on chapters they're working on the day before. So they get 2 full hours a week.
That's awesome. It's gonna be cool. How to incorporate so many things, now art,
Absolutely. A lot of the challenges actually require 3D printing software. It's not just one software though, they're using Tinkercad, they're using AutoCAD, they're using all sorts of different programs. Yep. Yeah. So it doesn't make them use the same program over and over because they have to learn those tools and new programs. Really cool. What I found is if I told them, I'm sorry, I haven't worked with that program yet, I'm not quite sure how to do it, they go in and they figure it out.
Yeah.
They don't rely on, oh, okay, what's this, how do I do this? That's what they rely on. Whenever I tell them I don't know, then they do it and they figure it out themselves. I mean, they're working with some great software.
Yeah, and they'll struggle through it.
It's hard to
I
get
know what to do
through.
right now.
Yes, oh yes, absolutely.
And now what about the grant for it? Is that through them? Or?
It is through Fuse, yes.
So we didn't have to allocate from our.
Jesse, if you carry feedback, the one in who got us started on this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her last name is spelled K-U-P-E-C. Well, I'm not sure how she spells Karen, but, she's a
C-A-R-I.
No, she's at the district. Okay. But she's the one who got us set down with one office. Okay, cool.
She's like magnet coordinator for county or something like that, yeah.
Now, when you were your second graders, you have like an engineering background, is that how you were presenting the problem, or?
No, it just kind of fell into my lap as far as that problem. And I just bought a 3D printer this summer before for a different personal project. So I was already kind of in that mindset of printing out solutions to problems.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Carrying on with the roller coaster hours.
What's that?
You're carrying on with the roller coaster
I am.
challenge there. Good job.
That is a favorite, by the way, the roller coaster. They love it. Love it.
Limited time. Right, and it's limited, and that's more of the fuse philosophies that
I keep waiting.
I'm gonna show you a solution to leg up here.
Oh, yeah.
So I use my resistor from my power to this row.
Yeah.
And then that's where I plugged in my power and my light.
That's all the switch in there.
Yep, there's a button. So you can just add your little button in. You can use a resistor where we have extra wires. That you can connect those rows. Basically, if you're connecting those rows in the breadboard,
I was going like this.
nope, they don't connect this way. They connect.
It's that picture of,
I was just thinking of bringing that up. Facilitator notes and
yeah.
there's your solution if you need it for the LED lights. I also have one up here too.
Did you do it already?
Why are you deciding to use two sticks? You know, because it seems to be, yeah, exactly, it seems to be standing with one, so why are you using two?
Because I'm like, this is just a whole this big enough there.
And of course, you have to be careful, do you have to use all the materials? Not broken, so. Oh, yeah. Yeah, extras, extras. And of course, some kids design it so that they want them broken.
Well, that's what I figured I would do with broken wood, with the support across here. But it's going to be tricky to do this way.
And then the one thing that I didn't know about this particular challenge is nowhere on the level did it say how many minutes they have to create it. It just said start the timer. So the very first time we did it, we're like, well, gee, I wonder how long they have. You know, start the timer. Ooh, they only had 7 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and then we're like, yeah, so I know I was a little bit disappointed, you know, about that part of it. So, you know, we had to. This
I was noticing that.
This was one of the challenges that the folks at Fuse recommended that we not hurt the kids and try and walk them through it as a whole pieces as a whole class that we got to build, either individually or in teams.
This is part of your
But this was one of the ones where we suggested we start with simpler. So of course, you have to tell the kids, look, it's.
Like the
7 minutes. So, you might want to get with your group and, plan and talk about the design before you hit that start timer button, because that 7 minutes is going to go really quickly. And then, with this particular challenge, when they level up to, the second challenge, it's the same concept with a large marshmallow hanging on top. But they can only use masking tape and.
They get to go to Chicago this summer.
Oh my God. And no at all. So of course, that changes it, using masking tape.
They did one training with us and it was over.
And it doesn't say whether or not you have to use all the material either.
Exactly. So it's up to them.
Let's try it. I got comments.
I'll go to Chicago.
I think it's gonna work. What do you think?
Why?
You need to remove that one out, you just,
Yeah, I have to remove it.
I think it's.
what about just poking a hole?
Somebody just asked me that. I think it's the end of June.
Let us know how it is, okay? About we ended up getting.
Well, you guys are Peter School for us, so interesting to see if it's the same curriculum that you guys did.
Yeah.
Might be hard to see.
I wonder if it's